IBM has put a specific date on one of the biggest promises in computing history: quantum computers finally beating classical computers, and that date is this year, 2026. This video breaks down exactly what IBM is claiming, why it's different from past quantum hype, and how we'll actually know if it's true. Let's get into it. First, let's clear up some confusing terminology, because this space is full of terms that sound similar but mean very different things. You may have heard the term quantum supremacy before, which refers to a quantum computer solving a problem that a classical computer practically cannot solve at all, even if that problem is completely useless in the real world. Quantum advantage is different, and more meaningful. Quantum advantage means a quantum computer solves a real, useful problem better than every known classical method, whether that's better accuracy, lower cost, or the ability to tackle a problem classical computers simply can't handle efficiently. IBM's own definition adds an important nuance here. According to IBM, quantum advantage isn't necessarily about a quantum computer working entirely alone. Instead, it means quantum plus classical computing working together can outperform classical computing by itself, an approach IBM calls quantum-centric supercomputing, where each type of computer handles the part of a problem it's best suited for. Now here's IBM's actual timeline. IBM's CEO, Arvind Krishna, stated on the company's first quarter 2026 earnings call that IBM strongly believes its partners will achieve the first examples of quantum advantage this year using IBM hardware. IBM has set a further target of 2029 for what's called fault-tolerant quantum computing, a large-scale system capable of correcting its own errors and running complex calculations reliably over long periods. Reaching that 2029 milestone would represent the actual transition from experimental quantum devices to machines that can be trusted for serious, sustained, commercial workloads. So what's making IBM confident enough to put a real date on this? A lot of it comes down to new hardware, specifically a processor called IBM Quantum Nighthawk. Nighthawk packs 120 qubits connected by 218 tunable couplers, giving it over 20% greater connectivity than IBM's previous processor generation, called Heron. That extra connectivity allows Nighthawk to run quantum circuits with about 30% greater complexity while keeping error rates low, and IBM is positioning it as the flagship processor for achieving quantum advantage this year. IBM also pointed to concrete performance gains on its existing hardware. Its previous generation Heron R2 processor reduced a workload's execution time from 122 hours down to just 2.4 hours, a 50 times speedup on a real production workload. Error correction is the other major piece of this puzzle. Since full fault tolerance isn't ready until 2029, IBM is currently relying on what are called error mitigation techniques, methods that reduce and correct for the noise-related errors that plague quantum circuits today, without requiring the full error correction infrastructure that fault tolerance will eventually provide. Now, here's what makes this claim genuinely different from quantum computing's history of overpromising. IBM has learned from past controversy in this field, most notably Google's 2019 announcement of what it called quantum supremacy, which was criticized because the underlying problem it solved had no real-world usefulness. This time, IBM is building an independent verification from the start. IBM has partnered with the Flatiron Institute, a startup called Algorithmic, and a company called Blue Qubit to create an open, community-led quantum advantage tracker. This tracker currently hosts 3 separate experiments, covering areas like observable estimation, variational problems in quantum chemistry, and problems that can be independently checked using classical methods. The goal is straightforward: when quantum advantage is finally claimed, the broader scientific community, not just IBM, will be able to verify and confirm it publicly. It's also worth being honest about the pushback happening in real time. At CES 2026, an IBM researcher named Borja Peropadre described an experiment where, just days before IBM was set to present results claiming quantum outperformed classical methods, IBM's own team discovered a new classical method that outperformed the quantum computer instead. Peropadre described this candidly as the nature of science, a continuous feedback loop where quantum computing tries to outperform classical methods, and classical researchers respond by finding new ways to close that gap. That back and forth is actually a healthy sign for the field. It means claims are being genuinely tested rather than simply announced and accepted. So what would it actually mean if IBM's 2026 timeline holds up? The specific application areas IBM has pointed to include drug development, where quantum computers could simulate complex molecular interactions that are extremely difficult for classical computers, and materials science, including simulating magnetic materials relevant to next-generation batteries and energy infrastructure. If verified quantum advantage is confirmed by independent researchers by the end of this year, it would mark quantum computing's genuine transition from a research curiosity into a tool that begins delivering real value for science and industry. And if it isn't confirmed, that's a meaningful, falsifiable result too, since IBM built public verification into its own claim from the very beginning. Either way, the community-led tracker means we'll have a clear, evidence-based answer, not just competing press releases. That's IBM's 2026 Quantum Advantage claim explained. If you found this useful, make sure to subscribe for more tech deep dives, and I'll see you in the next video.